Hello everyone, PureChaosX here with this. This is the Xbox One that I won in an eBay auction a few days ago that I mentioned in one or two of my last videos, I can't remember, and I did win it. And it's the Xbox that wouldn't stay on, it turned off after 2 seconds. And after reading countless people with the exact same problem and how they fixed it, I thought this should be relatively easy and simple. It wasn't. Believe you me, when I say I have tried everything, I have tried everything. I've looked on countless YouTube videos, and the symptoms that my Xbox One has matches perfectly the symptoms on all these YouTube videos. But nothing I have done has fixed it, and I've been getting very frustrated. Lots of people have said that they've managed to fix it simply by unplugging it for 30 seconds. That didn't work. Some people have held down the power button just to do a sort of hard power off, or whatever you call it again. Didn't work. Some people have said that they fixed it by mashing the eject button, basically forcing it to turn on. That didn't work for me. Some people fixed it by putting a disc in, forcing it to turn on, it stays on. That didn't work. And then there's other simple things like holding the bind and eject button and turning it on, holding eject, turning it on to access certain menus. Also didn't work. And, those are just like the simple fixes. And then I tried other fixes such as you can see, I took the motherboard out. I tried putting new thermal paste on the CPU. Obviously very unlikely to fix it, but given how old it is, I thought, well, it'd be a good idea to put new thermal paste on it anyway. That didn't fix it. I cleaned the board. I cleaned the motherboard with... I cleaned the motherboard top and bottom with WD-40. I don't have any contact cleaner, but I think WD-40 still works fine for that. So I just sprayed the top, then just cleaned it very lightly, then used a soft paintbrush just to sort of get it everywhere. That didn't work. I cleaned all the contacts in here, just in case, and like all the USB ports. That didn't work. I cleaned the contacts on here because another problem that somebody had was that these joints here, it's not going to focus. There. Oh, nearly. You get dry again. Too much in the background. You gonna focus? Okay, hang on. Hang on, because I'm on my toe. I'm gonna have to do a manual focus. Oh no, is it gonna focus? Yeah. Some people have reported that these joints here on the front panel, the solder joints, god damn it, the solder joints dry out. So, as you can see, or not, they're not dry. They're perfectly fine. So, that did not help. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's a 2 terabyte drive that I put in it. You gonna focus? You gonna focus? Hello? Okay. That's a 2 terabyte that I put in there because I did get this working very briefly and then it died on me again. I cleaned out the power supply, cleaned all the vents out, cleaned the fan out. That had no change. I cleaned the power supply motherboard with WD-40. Don't worry, it has been discharged for much time. That didn't work. I even went so far as to change the capacitor, which lots of people do change on theirs. Is this gonna focus? Does this not focus? Come on. Focus. Focus. Why won't it focus? I'm having to manually focus, rather annoyingly. Yeah, I changed this capacitor here. Even though the original capacitor looked perfectly fine, I changed it anyway for the same rated capacitor. No difference. And then I even went to the extremes. Is this going to autofocus? Why doesn't this autofocus? Okay. This was auto-focusing when I made that video on the Xbox One. This would autofocus, but now it doesn't seem to want to autofocus anymore. Autofocus? No. Okay. Yeah. I even went to extremes and I put the motherboard in the oven for 15 minutes at 200 degrees. After I did that and put everything back together again, it worked for like 10 minutes. I went through the update progress, obviously after making a new drive, put the update files on a USB flash drive. It got to the end of the update, turned off. I just thought, oh, well, it's just restarting. It didn't restart. So I turned it back on, it came on, and off again. So obviously the baking process only fixed it for about 10 minutes. And then it just died again. And seeing as I haven't done anything to this that fixed it, I'm not 100% convinced this is at fault. Because it was this that I baked, and then it worked briefly. But then I haven't done anything to that other than change the capacitor. And that didn't make any difference. So, annoyingly, I still don't have an Xbox One for me to record. And it's been 6 days. It's now Tuesday the 26th of March. And I took my Xbox in on the 8th... No. When was a week ago? 26th, 25th, 24th, 29th... Damn it, I'm crap with numbers. Oh, it would have been 6, wouldn't it? It'd been the... Well, it would have been the 20th then. Wednesday the 20th. Wait, 15, 16, 17... Yeah. Wednesday. I took mine on Wednesday the 15th. Wednesday the 20th. It's now the 26th. So I'm still waiting to hear back from Currys or Microsoft. And it's been nearly a week without me being able to play on my Xbox One. It is getting quite frustrating, if I'm honest. Yeah. But, I'm still wondering why this isn't auto-focusing anymore. Yeah, anyway, I'm actually going downstairs now to put this in the oven again, and that. I'm going to have to wrap this in tinfoil, because I don't know, because this is soft plastic, or soft rubber, so I don't know how that's going to fare. So, I'm actually going to go downstairs and shove these in the oven. And, yeah. I'll actually return. I shall show you me doing that. So, I shall be back in a couple of seconds. And my phone is actually getting a phone call. And I don't know who it is. So I shall have to stop the recording and see who it is. So I shall see you in a few seconds. Bye! Okay, now we're downstairs. Yeah, in the kitchen. And I've got the shit done. And I wrapped this up because it's rubber. Yeah, I probably don't even really need to do that. And I've got them resting on the shit, and the oven's on at 200 degrees, so I guess let's just, I can't do this with my left hand, let's put that one in. Actually no, I'll put that there, like so, yeah, and then we shall put the power supply in, like so. So there we go, they are now both in. And we shall close the door. And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a light on this as well. So, yeah, there we go. 11:08. So I'll come back in about 10 to 15 minutes and we'll see how they're going. And yeah, there's not much else to do here. I shall get out of the kitchen because this floor is frightfully cold, being bloody tiles. So, yeah. Let's skedaddle. And I suppose, yeah, we'll just come back. 15 minutes. So, okay. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it's out of the oven, or they're out of the oven, and thankfully nothing really happened other than the sticker on this peeled off, but other than that, everything seems to be fine. And yeah, I just have to wait for it to cool down a wee bit. So I stuck it on the cold floor, just so it can cool down. So I put flip-flops on this time so my feet don't get the chills. So yeah, I just have to wait for that to cool down a wee bit, pop it in. If this does work, it's only going to work for a few minutes, unfortunately. Because that's what the baking method does. It's just a sort of quick one fix thing, or quick, you know what I mean. And it doesn't always work. And if it does work, it doesn't work for very long. So yes, if this does work, it'll probably crap out within a few minutes anyway. But that still doesn't tell me what's wrong with it, so I honestly don't know. I mean, every single capacitor in that is fine. Every single capacitor on here is fine. There's no corroded components. There's no damaged tracks. Everything is as it should be. I mean, I am bidding on another one of these. And if I win it and it doesn't work, that's wasted. I've already wasted £29 on this. A capacitor that I already had, thankfully. I can only test this with my friend's Xbox because he has an original Xbox One. So he still has the power brick, but I won't see him until Saturday and it's Tuesday. So it would be waiting that long just to test it with his, and he might not be in my area throughout the week. So yeah, ew, that's sticky. Yeah, I have to peel that off. So yeah, well, I can just wait for it to cool down and then we'll put it back in and see what happens. So for you, that'll be a few seconds. For me, it'll probably be about half an hour. But yeah, jump cut to when it's partially back together and we will test it. See you in a bit. Okay, we're back, and what's needed is plugged in. And as expected, as I was concerned about, this power cable, it did actually melt. It sort of melted some of it to the tinfoil, and this is completely melted. It looks like a hard-boiled sweet. So I kind of knew that would happen. So in essence, this is dead anyway. So, you know, the melted power cable, some of this plastic insulation is melted. It's, as far as I'm aware, this is a damaged power supply anyway. But let's turn around. But yeah, I didn't even touch that. Okay, well, annoyingly, it's turning on. Unfortunately, I didn't actually plug anything into it. Yeah. Oh. Never mind, it's just turned off. As soon as I plug the HDMI cable in. Where's my TV remote? Damn it. Oh, there it is. Let's just turn that. And it doesn't have a hard drive in it, so that's probably one of the reasons. Yeah. Okay. Plug you in. I don't mind if the power supply gets damaged. I can replace that. I honestly don't want to buy one of those cheap ones that cost like £13. I would much rather get an official one, knowing that it's, you know, it's been made for the Xbox, rather than just that cheap Chinese one that costs like a tenner, which doesn't have any Xbox branding on it, and as far as I'm aware, it has cheaper components and doesn't really last as long. And I don't think it has many components in it as well, so it's like a lot lighter. Where's the... Oh, there it is. Just trying to get the top panel. Because of the speaker. It has the speaker on it. Oh, let's pop the speaker off. So, I mean, hopefully the Xbox is fine. I think it looks like the only damage to it is the sticker. I can just take that off. But... Okay, so this is what it was doing when it powered off the last time. And it was doing the update, and then it stopped. So, evidently, baking it baking it is doing something. But the last time I baked the Xbox, it was just the Xbox I baked, and not that. Meaning that whatever I did to this got it working, and whatever I did to that didn't get it working. So does that mean that that isn't a fault, and it's this? I mean, can anyone tell me why baking this will get it working if that's at fault? Because I know it has something to do with it's not being able to get enough power to the Xbox or something. So, yeah, I mean, this power supply is balked anyway, I think. Especially now that I've kind of cooked it in the back there. That's now cooked. So, but it's working after it was baked. But I don't know. Even though I'm bidding on I think it ends tomorrow, the auction for the power supply. So I probably won't get it until Friday or Saturday, which is when my friend would normally come down. It's on Saturday. Okay, so that's work. Oh shit, don't have a controller. Get my red one. So it seems as though the sync button doesn't work though. Because if I push that in, it makes a little pop, but it doesn't blink. So that's blinking, but this isn't doing anything. Oh wait. Oh wait, is this... Wait, where's it gone? Is this... Oh, this is the Wi-Fi for the controller. Oh, no, nuts. Wait. I wonder. Can I pop this in? Oh, wait, is that the wrong way? Ah, it's the wrong way. Yeah, hold on. Oh, this is very unprofessional. And I'm very much sorry for any noise. Go on. Get in. Get in. There. Go on, in. Okay, I cannot get it to go. Well, it's just powered off anyway. Oh my god, this won't go in. There. Okay. Well, it's just powered off, so I think the problem has once again occurred. Pop you in there. Light has got... Well, the light's white. Is that white? No, I think it's dead again. Yeah. White, orange, white. No, it's back to how it was. So yeah, I can get it working for a brief few minutes, and then it just dies again. Again, I'm still not convinced that if it's that or that. I just cannot tell. I have no other Xbox power supply to test it with. I know that Xbox 360 power supplies work with it, but the plugs are ever so slightly different. There's like a 1mm size difference, or gap, between the two prongs. Like, here, now you can see how much that melted. Now on here, these are slightly closer together on the 360, like a millimeter, so it's too big. And I've seen some people cutting these off and then attaching a 360, attaching this to a 360 power supply. Except I don't have a 360 power supply to test or to butcher, because I've only got one 360 and one Xbox One. And no, that's my girlfriend's, so I might install some games on an external hard drive, just so I don't have to install them onto that. And then, obviously, I still have 360, Dreamcast, the Switch, and PC. But I want my Xbox One back. So yeah. And this is very much typical of what I try and fix things. Like, you know, all of these symptoms are identical to everyone else's, but for some strange reason, the fixes are not. And in fact, my fixes, nothing fixed it. Even though these symptoms, 100% identical to every single video I've ever seen on YouTube, not one thing fixed it. The only thing that's doing anything is baking the motherboards. And then it works for a brief second. So that I don't know. If anyone can tell me why that might be, tell me. If anyone can tell me, yes, it's still definitely possibly that. Even with a new capacitor, and I shouldn't be touching that because it's on. Even with a new capacitor, it's still not working. So I'm at a loss what this could be. At the moment, I'm just gonna have to wait for my Xbox One X to come back, and it's been nearly a week. Either that, or I have to wait until I win the power supply and test it with that. And if it doesn't work, at least I'll have a power supply that isn't melted. And then I might just have to resell this on eBay or something as faulty and see if anybody wants to try and repair it. If anyone watching this wants to buy it, see if they have a little Xbox project, you are more than welcome. But it's uncertain I can get this to work. If I get the power supply and it isn't that, then it's a problem with this. In which case, I've no idea. Everything looks perfectly fine on the motherboard. There's nothing scratched, cracked, broken, bulging, leaking. There's nothing corroded, nothing. It looks absolutely fine. To me, at least. And even the power supply looked fine. There was nothing wrong with the capacitor that most people have to change. Just when I got it working, you know, I put a 2 terabyte drive in it to replace the 500 gig. I was gonna get it working. I was gonna take this and I was gonna sand this down and spray paint it like a matte black, and so on, and you know, spray paint the top of the power supply a matte black, and then sell it on when I got my Xbox One X back. But if this isn't the fault, then it's screwed. I have no idea what's wrong with it, because you saw it working. It's not working at the moment, that's pat. But yeah, you saw it working. So graphics seem fine, the CPU seems fine, everything seems fine. I think this works, I haven't tested it. But it looks fine. I just can't see what's wrong with it, other than potentially that, because it has all the symptoms of a failed power supply. But yeah. So some people, like I said, they got it working by rapidly pushing the eject button. But no. Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost. So that's it for now. If I do once I get this, I'll make an update video to this to see if it works. And then once it's working, fingers crossed, touch wood, everything's fine. And I do understand as well that you shouldn't plug an Xbox One into a surge protector socket. That is a surge protector, but I haven't had any problems yet, other than with what happened to the Xbox One X. So I will try this in another socket that isn't a surge protector, and we'll see what happens, but I very much doubt that's going to be the cause. So yeah, I shall end it there for now, so thank you for watching. There will be an update to this once I get the new power supply, if I win it. If I don't win it, then there won't be any parts, unless I can borrow my friends. So, but there probably won't be a video, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking now, so thank you for watching. Sorry this has been a bit boring. Yeah, stay tuned for a possible update. Bye for now.